600 dead, 2,156 wounded on the Israeli side, 400 Hamas militants eliminated, more than 500 Israeli rocket attacks on targets in the Gaza Strip, including the homes and headquarters of Hamas leaders. IDF and Hezbollah exchanging strikes. Will the historic chance for reconciliation between Israel and Saudi Arabia be thwarted? AZfront gives an explanation. According to the Israel Ministry of Health, the total number of wounded Israelis as a result of the invasion by Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants by the evening of October 8th reached 2,156, with 600 dead. As reported by Israel's state radio, the militants kidnapped more than 100 Israelis, among them the elderly and young children. According to unofficial data, about 750 people are missing. Among the civilians captured by Hamas on October 7th in southern Israel are dozens of foreign citizens, including those from the United States, Canada, Britain, Germany, Russia, and Thailand. On social networking sites, a 30-year-old tattoo artist, Shani Luke, has been identified as a German-Israeli citizen. She traveled to the Gaza Strip border to attend a music festival. Her mother has appealed to the public to get more information about Shani's fate. The Wall Street Journal notes that Israel has asked Egypt to help mediate in the release of Israelis captured by Hamas. The press service of the Israeli army reported that since October 8th, 400 terrorists have been eliminated. The Israeli army struck 500 Hamas facilities in the Gaza Strip, including homes and headquarters of Hamas leaders. Moreover, the Israeli army took control of 29 points of infiltration of militants into the country. The Israeli Army Press Service addressed the residents of the Gaza Strip and urged them to leave their homes immediately for safety reasons. Furthermore, evacuation of residents of southern Israel within 4 kilometers from the border with the Gaza Strip in the interior of the country began. It is not only active military personnel who continue to take part in the cleansing of Israeli territory. The Israeli media tells of a reserve general named Noam Tivan, who joined the Special Force Unit, Maglan Dal, to rescue his son, daughter-in-law, and 2 granddaughters. After learning that his son's house had been infiltrated by terrorists, he left Tel Aviv for the south and personally took part in eliminating the militants, fighting with weapons in his hands. The general's entire family was rescued from the bomb shelter in which they had been hiding for more than 10 hours. Meanwhile, the Hezbollah terrorist organization, Iran's main satellite state in the region, claimed responsibility for shelling a military facility in northern Israel from Lebanon. In response, the Israeli army hit the Hezbollah facility. The Iraqi pro-Iranian Sabarin News Telegram channel reported that the Israeli army is sending military reinforcements, including armored vehicles, to the border area with Lebanon. The periodical Al Mayadeen reported that there were exchanges of fire between the Israeli army and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. According to the periodical, Israel intermittently strikes in the vicinity of Basra farms in southern Lebanon. Along with Hezbollah's activity, the Afghan Taliban movement on October 7th asked Iran, Jordan, and Iraq to allow pass its troops to Israel to help Hamas conquer Jerusalem. In several provinces of Iran, as well as in the Lebanese capital Beirut, people took to the streets in support of the invasion of Israel by armed formations of Islamist organizations. Palestinians living in the Lebanese city of Sidon are preventing the convoy of the UN peacekeeping forces in Lebanon from advancing to the border with Israel. Rallies in support of Palestine were held in Istanbul and other cities of Turkey. The American TV channel NBC notes that former U.S. intelligence and military officers said they believed the timing of the Hamas attack was primarily aimed at disrupting negotiations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Riyadh appeared on the verge of a historic step to normalize relations with Israel. The same opinion is held by other analysts who say that the Hamas attack is an Iran-supported war against Israel. In turn, a Hamas spokesman told the BBC that the militants who attacked Israel had direct backing for the attack from Iran. In the last video, we mentioned countries that condemned the invasion of Israel by Hamas and Islamic Jihad and supported its right to self-defense. Since then, the German Chancellor, UN Secretary General, head of the European Council, head of the European Commission, French Foreign Minister, and US Defense Minister have been added to this list. The Azerbaijani Foreign Ministry condemned violence against civilians in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict zone. The Chinese Foreign Ministry called on the parties to immediately cease hostilities. In Egypt, a policeman shot at a bus carrying Israeli tourists. 3 people died, 2 Israeli citizens and a local Egyptian guide. The Israeli Foreign Ministry officially confirmed the information. Security has been tightened at Israeli embassies around the world, and embassy staff have been instructed not to leave their homes. The Caucasus and Middle East is closer to Europe and US than it seems at first glance. Subscribe and click on the bell in order to be informed of the main events. See you soon.